Alright, is the recording starting? Alright, good. Hold on. Alright, big up to everyone. Let me try to turn on my camera. Alright, everyone, I need to make this video. Frick. Camera isn't working. Dang it. Come on. Let me try to fix up something. Oh my goodness. I just have problems with my camera for some reason. It's really annoying. For frick's sake. Come on. Oh my goodness. If this doesn't work. Come on. Let me see. Let me see if this works. For frick's sakes. Dang it. I want to show my face. Come on. For fuck's sakes. I went to settings and it's not freaking working. Come on. I said all the... for frick's sake. If there's nothing I'll do about it. Whatever. Which I don't think you guys could see. I have no idea what's going to happen to my camera. And listen, now I have to record on my phone, whatever. So big up to everyone. Sorry if I couldn't record my face in it because my camera's just not, and I have no idea why. Absolute jokers, absolute ridiculous. But I want to talk about it after 2 minutes of wasting 2 minutes of getting it sorted out, but whatever. So big up to everyone. We're gonna be talking about the possible rumors that Carlo Ancelotti is coming to Brazil, my favorite national team. So make sure you guys smash the like, do all that stuff. What do you think in the comments? So yeah, let's get into it. So apparently Carlo Ancelotti to Brazil might fully happen. And my response, I got a couple of questions. Let me try to pull Twitter real quick. For fuck's sakes, I forgot to pull this. Oh my god. It looks like this might be official already. I mean, not official. Alright, so yeah, Carlo Ancelotti is coming to Brazil. My response? Oh my goodness, I think that's what's most likely the outcome. So yeah, I'm my thoughts that since it's gonna happen, the era has ended. And yes, Carlo Ancelotti, it looks like he might be our number one choice for Brazil. I know there's lots of people that have been that might be questioning him about the season. I want to talk about Carlo Ancelotti, and then god dang it, I can't show my face about it. But yeah, it looks like let me try to show this image real quick. So yeah, Carlo Ancelotti, obviously one of the greatest managers of all time, if not the greatest for some people. And I just and with elite standards, with the elite mentality, how many trophies, silverware he has won, especially as a club manager. He won so many trophies, silverware, obviously. So yeah, of course, a lot of people want Carlo Ancelotti in, but as you guys could see, my screen, there we go. Big up to Madrid Zone, I follow them. And listen, I'm not even a Real Madrid fan, but I do watch Madrid for fun, just to entertain. Carlo Ancelotti, Madrid. This is how many trophies he has won, as of this season. I mean, no, as of now. I think this is I think he coached Madrid, so yeah, he won 3 Champions League. He won 3 Intercontinental Club World Cups, even though it was called the Club World Cup before they rebranded that. 3 UEFA Super Cups, which we all know, all from last year. Yup. 2 Copa del Rey's, 2 La Ligas, the one from 2 seasons ago. 3 seasons ago, and this one from last season. And 2 Supercopas do España 22 and last year as well. So yeah, this is Carlo Ancelotti to Brazil. Here we go. Looks like, and I got so many questions. So yeah, obviously you could say the greatest manager of all time, but there's been some questionables about Carlo Ancelotti. So let me try to show my image. Come on, but I'm gonna copyright. So Eamon Fabrizio from Morano, even though I know some of you guys don't like him. Question you, Michael, Brazilian Federation is expected that Carlo to touchline for June. Keen that we signed for the FIFA Club World Cup steps as follow right now. Yeah, I kind of agree with him, this manager. Oh my goodness, but yeah. So overall, my response. Hold on, let me see if I can find another image. There we go. This is the one that I was looking for. But yeah, this is my response. Carlo Ancelotti to Brazil. Agreement behind closed behind closed doors. This deal isn't valid until June, obviously. Not after the Club World Cup. Yeah, during the June window, obviously. Would have to part ways. And so yeah, so overall I got a couple things. So yeah. So okay, let's talk about this. So obviously, Real Madrid, current champions of Europe, even though Real Madrid this season, the way that they played, they actually have been shit this season, unfortunately. And you know what? And then you know what? I will say this: this isn't 100% on Carlos' fault. In my opinion, why Real Madrid haven't been good, even though there's been some questionable. Yeah, some people are blaming him, and there's been some questionables about his not his tactics, but his decision making. Whether it's making substitutions, making subs, naive tactically, just relies on vibes. And yes, he does rely on vibes, and does try bringing the mentality as much as possible, but it's not sustainable 100% when they need when you need 100% the structure. Don't get me wrong, Carlo Ancelotti is the greatest manager, but this season he's been questionable. Yes, he won the Club World Cup, Intercontinental Cup against Pachuca, winning the Super Cup against Atalanta's Gasparini, Pachuca's Almada, you know. But still, this season, I get it. Real Madrid, they no longer have Toni Kroos. You added Mbappe to this team. You need some of the experience. You need not just the experience, but some of the good. You need the good moves. You need good tactics. You need good This is what you need. You need good positives, good momentum, and you know what? My response, I agree. But Real Madrid, they just been shit this season. Of course, I watch Real Madrid all the time. I don't even support them. I don't even have a club. I'm just keeping an eye on everyone. But since this benefits my Salazar more often, especially that they've been linked with him since 2023, honestly, should have happened earlier. And we all know Carlo Ancelotti is under contract until 2026. There were reports that they were trying to extend it for another couple of years, and until it was found out. But yeah, Carlo Ancelotti, he's still one of the greatest managers. And then, of course, here in Brazil, we already have enough. We just been awful. We've been shit in the last 5 years, bro. Like, I cannot stand this. We just got rid of Peter Griffin, which we also have an update on Peter Griffin 2.0. Absolute fraud. David All Jr., no offense. But even though he has officially went to Corinthians, who got smacked up by Felipe Luis's Flamengo 4-0, as we did a watch along on my other channel. They got absolute slapped up 4-0. I think there's an image of David All Jr. real quick. And that absolute fraud. We absolutely got clowned by Argentina 4-1 last month. Absolutely painful to watch. There he is, David All Jr. He's at Corinthians right now. Just put but still, yeah, it does not give me like the face. Oh my goodness, yup. And I know this sucks for you, Mr. Joshua J, because now he's Peter Griffin is now in your now is coaching your favorite Brazilian team. So yeah, especially all the Corinthians fans that watch me, big ups to you. It's gonna be a hard time. We'll see what he does. I doubt because, but yeah, let's not forget that. But yeah, hold on, let me try to put this. And then obviously last year was different. So Barcelona, we all know they won Copa del Rey. Big up to them. I would like to say I'm just not trying to get copyrighted. I just want to see the Copa del Rey trophy real quick. I want to say congratulations to Barcelona real quick. And I know we're talking about several clubs since it's located to this. Let me try to find this. Congrats to Barcelona on winning Copa del Rey. Absolutely deserved it. You guys were the best team. Hansen Flick, obviously, he does his job. He transforms the team. And big up to you. You deserve to win Copa del Rey. Facts. Got like this. You deserve it. Absolutely best team. And then listen to me, Real Madrid, they didn't play that bad in my opinion. But I just think that I just think that listen, they almost won it actually. Funny enough, they were just 10 minutes away, 5 minutes in normal time and stoppage time until they conceded to France worse, which was avoidable. And I just think that sure, some Carlo Ancelotti, I'm sure credit to Carlo in that game because they were actually trying and they actually make the best subs because you need to make these subs. And I know for the rest of the season, Carlo has been criticized for not making the subs in time fast, including not playing kids like Andrick and Arthur Guler, not giving them more time, and wasting their talent, riding them on the bench. That isn't good for the national team, especially Andrick. And that's what I kind of fear as well. And listen, and I think this season he's just been found out. I think I know last season, obviously, like I said, Carlo, you had Tony Cruz, you had Mbappe wasn't there. Vinny know how to make runs, and he was scoring a bunch of goals from up play for fun. Even on the Ballon d'Ors, we all know, don't have to get into that. But listen, there was a proper struck. Last season, Carlo Ancelotti had, if not the best season, if not the best season of his whole managerial career. Yes, he has won 3 trophies last season. Hold on, let me try. Let me try to put 23, 24. Especially the players that he has, the materials. It was all good enough. And then, yeah, let me try to find that. Let me try to find that. Sorry about that. I have to move back to my room and the living room. So plus I have to pick up a cookie, but whatever. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Obviously, this is in French. This is what Carlo won last season: the Champions League, La Liga, and the Spanish Super Cup. La Liga against Barcelona and Girona. The Champions League against Dortmund. The Super Cup against Barcelona. They were knocked out by the Copa del Rey. But yeah, Carlo Ancelotti last season, I will say this. He had a fantastic season last season. That team was very good. Special, the squad depth. And I know Carlo Ancelotti got it right. They were dealing with a lot of injuries last season as well. And they matched through. Very good. Obviously, Real Madrid, they were actually doing so much. You even had you had a striker, even though you don't use them, but use them as an impact sub. Joselu, Joselu to come off from the bench, especially the famous 2-1 comeback last season against Bayern Munich. It worked. It worked. You beat Barcelona 3 times in a row last season, both in the league and the cup. And that's the key points why you won La Liga. Real Madrid didn't, and then besides the controversial refereeing, yeah, I know that game against Almeria. Real Madrid didn't got a lot of pens last season, by the way. I'm not trying to talk about refereeing. Last season, Real Madrid were actually good. They didn't rely on pens or own goals. They got it right. They were actually doing good stuff, good playing styles. Felt like they are getting a playing style. Yeah, they might have 1 or 2 mediocre games in a way, like Valencia's 2-2 and then Leipzig 1-1. But it won't matter at the end. Got through, just some mistakes. Listen, this is how he done it. And Carlo Ancelotti, let's not forget, they beat Barcelona twice. Yes, Barcelona under Xavi was different. And then he even beat Girona back to back away at home and away. 4-0 and 3-0. Back to back. They beat every single club. And people were down Real Madrid in preseason. I kind of doubt them as well. They started off pretty good. They beat Bilbao 2-0. And Real Madrid, they just have it. I even doubt Carlo. And then listen, I don't know if this is a Carlo thing because 2 seasons ago, 22-23, this season's the World Cup season, he kind of wasn't good either. Even though he did unbag his way to the Copa del Rey final that season, he got away with it. But as for last season, he was good 2 seasons ago. Same thing. It was similar to that. And don't get me wrong about Carlo Ancelotti. I even doubt he does it, but like why? Because why next season couldn't figure it out? Is it a Carlo thing? But yeah. But let's talk. But let me say about last season. The only team that struck Carlo Ancelotti in the way was Atletico Madrid. They played each other 4 times last season. In the Cup, in the Super Cup, they knocked them out in extra time, but Atleti got revenge in extra time in the Cup. The only 2 teams that he has lost to was against Atletico Madrid. They lost 4-2, 1-0, 3-1. 4-2. They did draw 1-1 and then beat them Super Cup 5-3 last season. But Real Madrid were solid. They had everything. Yes, they got some bad results like a couple draws, but they didn't lose these games. Especially as an example, like Rayo Vallecano, Valencia, the 1-1 draw against Leipzig. Relying on Ribes could have been better. And it could have been better, I'm not going to lie. But he did it in the right way. Real Madrid only 2 L's last season. along with Leverkusen, that almost invincible season they have, besides the Europa League final against Atalanta, which both of them has gone weaker this season, but still good management. So yeah, so I'm not a Madrid fan, but based on what's going on, I see why they're frustrated because Real Madrid they have so much holes. Big up to all my Real Madrid fans, like Delhi FC, Football Carnage Will. Big up to you guys. I just think that if you're Real Madrid, that you gotta like fix up a lot of holes. I don't know. Maybe say goodbye to some players like David Alaba, possibly Militao. I don't know if they're gonna sell Rodrigo. But the problem is, unfortunately, when you don't give instructions, like Carlo unfortunately hasn't been doing lately, that kind of worries me as a Brazil fan. And it's okay to let him go because he's not good enough. It's not the same. But I'm just hoping that I don't want to see any more suffering for Brazil. We already just been painful with our own haram ball by this. Yeah, we just because here's the thing, we just never hire any foreign coaches. We just don't. And Brazilian coaches, for some reason, we're not good enough. I have no idea why we curse. David All Jr., that guy from Cruzeiro, is no longer Cruzeiro after a season. But yeah, we just been crap. Trophyless since 2019. Like, listen, our talent pool is pretty good, but it's just the structure of our Salazar relying on Neymar a little bit too much. Yeah, as well, but yeah, we need leadership. We need to build like the mentality, leadership, and all that. Yeah, and of course, Salazar could call up, especially Carlo Ancelotti. But Carlo Ancelotti, I still fear that some if he doesn't do it the right way professionally, that's the problem. That's why I'm mixed up. I think that we should have brought in Carl a little bit early. I just hope that he does get it right. And if Carlo Ancelotti does bring it to Brazil, I think he'll try to bring a fall of the mentality, the message in the right way, some happiness. But in case we need tactics, how we're gonna do it, and especially if you're Endrick, you're not getting minutes. Are you even gonna get minutes for the Seleção? That also applies to Esteval, and then whoever gets called up that is young. And then will Carlo Ancelotti use some of the Brazilian league players? Of course, he's going to use Vini, Rodrigo, going to know them pretty well. Will he trust Endrick as our number nine? And then Victor Roque, another number nine. His form has been poor lately for Palmeiras. No goals, no assists during his first 9 or 10 games ever since he signed for Palmeiras from Real Betis and Barcelona. But yeah, and then like positions. Like, will he use some of the Brazilian league players? I think he should. Will he call them up? Like, for example, like Junior Alberto, for example, as well from Corinthians, or even another goalkeeper like Hugo Sheridan from Corinthians. I know that you can see the 4 goals, but Corinthians, they have their own problems. So yeah, but yeah, guys, I'm back doing videos. I will do more. I will do another reaction video as soon as possible. But yeah, I'm not. But yeah, I'm just confused. Not confused, but I'm just concerned. I'm just thinking how well the setup will go. And of course, Neymar, he needs to stop partying and actually be serious. I just want to see us, not just a player that plays for the South, but just watching the good vibe players. I just don't want to see any more scumbag results, haram ball, under this management. I don't think we deserve to be Colombia. Rafinha, obviously phenomenal season. Let's see if he could actually break it, as they have an important game against Inter Milan. And Carlo Ancelotti, I doubt there's any beef with him. Nah, we'll trust him on the wings. But I just think whatever formation, I would love to see styles of plays, but yeah. But let's not forget Brazil. We actually have two competitive games. We have first of all we got we got Ecuador away, which will be our fixture next month on the 4th of June. And a few days later, we got Paraguay at home. Two very good national teams. How is he going to set up? I want to see what press are we going to do. Are we going to press? Can we maintain the ball and all that? I'm just hoping that find a balance, do it in the right way. I'm hoping this happens because I already seen enough. But yeah, and especially Carlo. Even though I remember that 21-22 season, yep, before the World Cup, as everyone comes out from the COVID pandemic. Of course, Carlo Ancelotti, coming back against PSG, Chelsea, beating Pep Guardiola in the semifinals, beating Jurgen Klopp in the final, and got it right. So, but yeah, so this will be very different. Of course, at Madrid, obviously, but of course, still have some Brazilian FC. Well, it's whole Brazil. Just hope that he gets it right, man. I just don't want to see any more Haram ball. I hate Haram ball. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I will make a video about the Brazilian League. I don't know this week. I know there's some Brazilian Cups, so yeah. But yeah, let's see if they could do it. Especially the especially the instructions that I need. Has to be done in the correct manner. I just hope that it does. And then like hopefully especially the kind of seeing CBF. I just want to see the best. Basically great juice. And I basically saw him in that photo, him talks to Rafinha that he is gonna try to come. I just don't want to see it. Of course some Brazil fans want Jose Jesus in because of also we saw his disaster class against Arsenal. It's not his 100% fault, but even though maybe somewhat, because you cannot lose 5-1 to Arsenal. Arsenal, they just don't have a good attack. Look at Palace. Even they have a mentality. They just don't have the right structure of players and quality. Real Madrid just not being managed right, but they want it more. Even Palace has a chance of winning silverware. Yeah, and let's not forget Carlo Ancelotti still has one more Clasico to go in less than 2 weeks in Barcelona. In La Liga, even I think La Liga is dead. How could you capitulate a 7 point lead, by the way, Carlo? Because Real Madrid were leading 7 points at the end of January. They lost to Espanyol 1-0. They drew 1-1 in the Madrid derby. Fat Letty. And then obviously the games all come by. 1-1 draw against Osasuna and doing nothing. And some of the poor results. And yeah, that absolutely killed them. And they fumbled a 7 point lead. Like you can't just do that. They know those draws and one loss and two draws could absolutely capitulate. And they did. Oh my god. I don't know, guys. We just need a better coach because we just cannot stand Sanders. We just feels like we don't. We scumbagged our way in the quarterfinals. Honestly, Columbia should have beaten us, even though I just played for a draw. We all know Naruto. We know no one fears us anymore because we're not playing that well. We're human. And then those players that are about to be risked that want to fight the referee, especially Rudiger, that's not Carlo Ancelotti's fault. Because there are problems at Real Madrid as a whole, especially the whole club. They'll likely bring in Javi Alonso, and yeah, that probably sets Carlos to Brazil. And then, of course, Real Madrid fans, they probably want to win the Club World Cup, especially if Barcelona wins the treble. It's just not good for you guys, but yeah, you need to fix up massively. Ah, for freak's sake, I forgot. Ah, come on. Absolute nothing. But yeah, we'll see what the Brazilian media will say. I mean, they probably are saying a lot. I'm just gonna watch those videos right now at the obviously. So yeah, obviously, I kind of want Jurgen Klopp. I think he's probably the best option. So yeah, and like I said, also one more thing, real quick. This may be off topic. Congrats to Liverpool on winning the Premier League title, 20th. League trophies generally, 3 Premier Leagues, 2 Premier League, whatever. So yeah, not sustainable, bro. I mean, but yeah, I just I just don't want to see any more suffering. Like it feels like we have not recovered after that 7-1 beating. And then even if some players are not being selfish, just and then it also feels like that if some players like get a torn ACL, feels like you don't play for your national team or club because they're out. It feels like they're forgotten, and yeah, it's really sad. But it's just not. It's not sustainable. Because that's true, they won every single trophy, but still, they just want to do more. I just want to see. I just want us to succeed. And listen, even if Carlo comes in, we're not better than Argentina because whether that they have Messi or not, or even Di Maria, they're still an elite. They just have it in there. They have a play style. We we just kind of don't. Yeah, it just feels like we're not serious, and we got a huge talent pool that even the golden generation at this point probably won't matter. But yeah, I will make a video about the Brazilian players generally for the Seleção, and but yeah, I just hoping for the best. I just love Brazil. That's just me. But yeah, but yeah, but yeah. So I think that's all I gotta say. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I'm just tired. I'm just hoping for the best. I don't want to see us suffering. Wait, what? Yeah, that's true. And then there was always great respect for those opportunities for professionalism. That's correct. From day one. One of the few. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I want to see the best. We need proper structure, proper mentality. If it's Carlo Ancelotti, I don't know. I'm kind of still a little bit mixed feelings. But if he does land the minerals at least, even if we don't win the World Cup, if we get to the semifinals, I'll be happy with it. I just don't want to see this Haram ball. And then we still have the last games in September as well. The last four generally, but obviously Ecuador and Paraguay. The last two are Chile at home, Paraguay away. No, sorry, Bolivia away. So Brazil should be qualified for the World Cup with 4 games to go. Mm. Mm. But yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, guys. These. Yeah, guys. So big ups to everyone. Make sure you like, subscribe. If you want to become a member, it should be down in the description. I will put. So yeah, what are your thoughts? So all that. I will make another video if I have to. But yeah. See you in the next one.